Ancient Egypt, one of the most captivating civilizations in history, arose around the fertile banks of the Nile River. This river, with its regular flooding and rich soil, was the lifeblood of Egyptian society, providing a stable foundation for agriculture, settlement, and cultural development. The story of ancient Egypt unfolds over thousands of years, marked by periods of monumental achievement, internal strife, and foreign influence. The history of ancient Egypt begins with the early dynastic period, around 3100 BCE, following the unification of Upper and Lower Egypt. This unification is traditionally attributed to King Narmer, also known as Menes, who is depicted on the Narmer palette wearing the crowns of both regions. The formation of a centralized state under the pharaohs established the foundations of Egyptian society. The early rulers of this period laid the groundwork for Egypt's administrative, religious, and cultural institutions. The capital of this unified Egypt was initially at Thinis, but it was soon moved to Memphis, strategically located near the apex of the Nile Delta. The construction of the first monumental tombs, known as mastabas, began during this time, setting a precedent for future architectural achievements. The Old Kingdom, spanning from around 2686 to 2181 BCE, is often referred to as the Age of the Pyramids. It was during this period that the most iconic pyramids were constructed, including the Great Pyramid of Giza, built for Pharaoh Khufu. The Old Kingdom is characterized by the establishment of a strong centralized government and a highly organized bureaucracy. The pharaoh was considered both a divine and political leader, central to maintaining Ma'at, the cosmic order. The monumental architecture of the pyramids reflected the importance of the pharaoh's role in ensuring cosmic balance and immortality. This period also saw the development of hieroglyphic writing, which became a key element of Egyptian administration and religious practice. However, by the end of the Old Kingdom, Egypt faced internal challenges, including economic difficulties and political fragmentation, leading to the First Intermediate Period. The First Intermediate Period, lasting from around 2181 to 2055 BCE, was marked by a breakdown in centralized authority and the rise of competing regional powers. Egypt was divided between the Heracleopolitan dynasty in the north and the Theban dynasty in the south. This period of fragmentation was characterized by frequent conflicts and a weakening of the state. Despite the political instability, there were advancements in cultural and funerary practices, including innovations in tomb architecture and art. The First Intermediate Period ended with the reunification of Egypt under the 11th dynasty, leading to the Middle Kingdom. The Middle Kingdom, from about 2055 to 1650 BCE, is often seen as a time of renaissance and consolidation following the chaos of the First Intermediate Period. The 11th dynasty, with its base in Thebes, reasserted control over Egypt, and the 12th dynasty, founded by Pharaoh Amenemhat II, saw significant developments. This period was characterized by extensive building projects, including the construction of temples and irrigation systems that boosted agricultural productivity. The pharaohs of the Middle Kingdom pursued policies of military expansion, extending Egypt's influence into neighboring regions such as Nubia and the Near East. Cultural achievements flourished, with the creation of notable literary works like The Tale of Sinew, and advancements in administrative and legal systems. The Second Intermediate Period, from around 1650 to 1550 BCE, was marked by the arrival of the Hyksos, a Semitic-speaking people from the Near East who established control over northern Egypt. The Hyksos introduced new technologies, including the horse-drawn chariot and new military tactics. Their rule from their capital at Avaris brought significant cultural exchange between Egypt and the Near East. Despite their dominance in the north, the native Egyptian rulers in Thebes continued to resist. This period of division and conflict ended with the rise of the 18th dynasty, which successfully expelled the Hyksos and reunified Egypt. The New Kingdom, from about 1550 to 1070 BCE, represents the height of ancient Egyptian power and influence. The 18th dynasty began with the expulsion of the Hyksos and the establishment of a strong central government under Pharaoh Ahmose I. The New Kingdom saw the reigns of several notable pharaohs, including Hatshepsut, one of the few female pharaohs, who is known for her extensive building projects and successful trade expeditions. Her successor, Thutmose III, extended Egypt's empire to its greatest extent through military conquests in the Levant and Nubia. The new kingdom also witnessed the religious reforms of Akhenaten, who attempted to establish Aten as the primary deity, a move that was later reversed by his successors. Tutankhamun, a young pharaoh who restored traditional religious practices, and Ramses II, known for his extensive building projects and military campaigns, are among the most famous rulers of this period. However, the 20th dynasty marked the beginning of the decline of the new kingdom due to internal strife, economic difficulties, and weakening central authority. The Third Intermediate Period, from around 1070 to 664 BCE, was characterized by political fragmentation and instability. After the decline of the new kingdom, Egypt was divided into several smaller regions, each ruled by different local dynasties. The country faced invasions and control by foreign powers, including the Libyans, who established the 22nd dynasty, and the Nubians, who founded the 25th dynasty, centered in Kush. Despite the fragmentation, this period continued to see cultural and artistic continuity, with temples and tombs reflecting traditional Egyptian religious practices. The late period, from approximately 664 to 332 BCE, began with the reunification of Egypt under the 26th dynasty, also known as the Sate dynasty. This era saw a revival of traditional Egyptian culture and the restoration of many ancient customs. However, the late period was also marked by increasing foreign influence. The Persian Empire, under the Achaemenid dynasty, conquered Egypt in the mid-6th century BCE, making it a satrapy, province, within the Persian Empire.